can I get on my pedestal real quick? I want to talk about something. Let's do this. Clear screen, clear shot, on the pedestal. I'm Tube, I'm your host with the most. Most what? We haven't really discovered that part yet. But I want to bring something to everybody's attention. I've been putting out videos every day, right? And I'm just showing what I'm doing in the game. Now, what I'm doing isn't always the correct way, if you're paying attention. But it's the way that I'm choosing to go, right? And I love to get comments from everybody that watches these videos. And specifically, I like to get constructive criticism comments. I don't want to put anybody on a pedestal, but we're going to bring Vivian to the stage. And I'm going to leave this here so everybody can read it, because this is constructive criticism and it's done in a tactical manner. Props to you, Vivian, for putting together something clear that I should listen to, right? To me, it's better than, hey, Tube, you're an idiot. Why you do like this? You should put this here and done, boom. Pedestal's over. Pedestal's over. But we still got more story time to share. I love how I can't do anything in this third-person mode ever. Boom. Got my pedestal back. Story time, yes? Story time. Somebody else asked me where the name Tube and Knuckle comes from. I feel like I should be moving around while I do this. Maybe we just run in circles like this. This is what people on YouTube do, right? And when they jump and squat and jump and squat. Tube and Knuckle has a long history. And for anybody that doesn't know, I'm a union carpenter, right? And to become a union carpenter, you have to go through what's called an apprenticeship school. And in the apprenticeship school, one of the teachers, who was a little, I guess I'll call him soft, that's a correct term, and he was talking and teaching a lesson on a device of scaffolding, and it's known as a tube and knuckle system. And when he said that name, you guys have all heard my laugh. That's what I did, because to me it sounded like a funny name. He didn't take so kind to that, and he threw me out of the classroom, and I wasn't welcome to come back that day. So from that point forward, my nickname in apprenticeship school and moving forward for more years to come became Tube. And on that day when I left apprenticeship school, I bought an Xbox on the ride home, and he needed a gamer tag for Xbox. So I thought it was only appropriate that I would be Tube and Knuckle. I don't know why it always has to rain on my parade in this game, but let's take Vivian's advice and the advice of others who left comments that said, you know, leaving this setup the way it is kind of a bad idea, because you're powering the water pumps that cool the steam boiler and keep this thing running with the steam boiler. So if you leave the chunk or you come back and things go awry, nothing's going to keep this boiler running. So we need to come up with our own system that's not connected to this guy to power these pumps, right? Get rid of these belts, and we can take this stuff down, and we might use that to purify whatever it is we come up with. And my idea, now that I've seen this thing run and know that it can run, because my new system of making bioethanol, after timing it, produces 12 gallons per 20 minutes, which is enough to sustain this. I think I'm only going to need one other in the future. So I don't have to worry about the placement of these two. And I think one other in the back would work out. And because this is going to be the center of this amazing town that we're working on, we're going to do something cool here. Or at least that's my thoughts right now. And I think I'm going to incorporate the big water wheels into this deal. Now, before I get started on that, let's get out of the rain for a second. And we can talk about how I improved the system downstairs. Over here, we're making source, right? We've been making source. And I'm now taking that source and moving it. And in order to do that, you use these things. Source relay. And I put source jars under each relay just because I thought it looked cool. I don't know that you really need them, but to me, it almost looks like a lantern, right? So these source relays are moving the source from over there, our farm that produces more than enough for what we need so far. And I'm shooting it down around from building to building, and then it ends here, right? And then it goes from here underground. And it shoots. I don't think you need that hole there. I just had that for setting it all up. Oh, and you need a Dominion wand to set them up, too, if you don't know. And you got to go, like, in line, meaning from your starting point, you click on that with the Dominion wand, then you click to where you wanted to go. And then you click that one and keep moving forward, boom, 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 right? So this stuff needed a little boost in its growth. And I talked about it in the last episode, the Tablet of Overgrowth, how I thought maybe I could use this and incorporate it into the deal. Now, don't yell at your screen, because the machine clips through everything. But I wanted to see how this works. And if I rebuild it, maybe later. Right now it works. And my theory always is if something works, you let it ride. So I'm just going to let this ride for now. And the placement of this needs to be there, or else it doesn't affect the growth on these weeping vines, right? And I think even if I moved it up one block higher, it would probably perform better. I don't know the science behind this ritual, but you need source to power it, and you have to put it... Sorry, Barbie, she interrupted. You have to put it on top of this thing, a ritual brazier, and you have to have a source jar near there, and that powers the deal. And then I also had to add more harvesters to here because this stuff grows way faster than the sugar cane. So it was just dropping it onto the floor, which we can't have that. So looking back at how I built all this, I would approach this differently now that I've done this. I've never built anything like this before, but I would set up 3 separate farms, one for the wheat, one for the sugarcane, and one for these weeping vines. And if you just made one circular farm with a wall of harvesters to collect it and put one of them rituals in the middle, this thing would grow miles high and you'd have plenty of weeping vines to produce what you need. And we might end up changing that in the future if I have to add more boilers, right? But let's get into, if I can get up this freaking hole, let's get into setting this guy up so it works properly. And I just figured out what I'm the host of. I'm the host of the most videos ever made on one boiler. The ground's a little wet, so we got to be safe, right? I don't want OSHA coming in here working around on wet ground. And while I'm over here, if anybody has an answer to this little debauchery, I'd love to hear it. Somebody's eating my bowls, right? I have these 2 drawers set up, and each drawer has that iron deal in there, so it can only hold a stack of each. And then the bowls get used, and when they get washed over there, the bowl, wood bowl, goes through that guy into a storage controller, and then it feeds these 2 bowls, but somehow bowls just disappear, and this just clogs up and stops my system from running. But this thing is now all equalized out. Adding these plants in there did wonders, and we're producing source gems at a decent rate. We got plenty of source in the tank. Let's get back to the boiler, huh? What I'm thinking here is we have to power this pump, right? By itself. And I think it would look cool, maybe, if we have a water wheel on each side. I don't know that that's even going to be enough stress units, because I did try Vivian's suggestion to use... I'm in the wrong mode. Hopefully that video quality isn't terrible. To use the windmill. But the windmill only produces 500 stress units, and I don't know what a pump needs at max, but I think these things produce like 2K or something, and hopefully one of these will be enough. So if we come off of this guy and we put... I don't want to do this. You're down there. It would make more sense if I moved it back 1 block, huh? Then it might look a little goofy. It would make more sense, though. Let's do that. Boom, you go there. We gotta move the other guy. Boom, you go there. Yes? Perfect. And if we come over this dude, rotational speed controller, large cogwheel in there, and crank that. Do the same thing over here. Boom. Boom. Crank. Yes? Oh, and if you're new to the channel, and this is the first video you're watching, and you've made it to this point in the video, me babbling, go check out the whole series. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so Max doesn't have to pay for a server. We need 2 of these. Boom. Already had 4. Getting ahead of myself. You're going to go there. Yes? And then we just go like this. Boom. There's no way this is going to work, right? I think it is. I just think I might need to add more water wheels. And it would make sense if you were normal. Oh, this is going to look sweet, actually. To have it just powered. The one side. Figure out if it works or not. And then do the other side. Yes? Guess who's not normal? You go right here. Works like a champion, baby. Overstressed. Yes, you are. Will you run at 180? That's the minimum that we needed to run at, right? You'll run at 5. Sweet. How about 102? How about 180? No. We need another water wheel. Minimum. You go there. You come off. You come off. You come off. You be gone. We need you. We're going to do this in a normal fashion. Now that we know it's not going to run. I don't need wood. I need this. You go here. Boom. And then we do the same exact setup. Except we get rid of that. We go here. We go here. And we crank. Yes? And then we come off of this deal. It might make more sense if I just go like this. For later on aesthetic purposes, right? I want you to go that way, please. And we need to open this up a little bit more. Two water wheels gonna be enough? Maybe. Oh no. For now. Right? And then we'll put glass there. But for now, that's gonna work. I need you. Can you go there, please? And can you go here, please? And we should be equalized. Yes? Yes. Get rid of this guy. Is 2 gonna be enough? Probably not. It only makes sense, right? Put you here. You're gonna be overstressed. We know. Thank you. Put you here. Now you're not overstressed. Alright, we like that. And we need to do the same thing on the other side. Let's kill this for a second. We don't want you to run. We got an idea. We got a plan. So when it runs out of water, That's when everything falls off of here. Yes? I think I understand now. And I also understand that this is not the easiest way to get water into the boiler, right? We could use the accumulus, whatever, aqueous accumulator, and feed that into a cell and then push it directly in there, one block wonder style. But to me, this is more fun and more challenging to figure out a way to do something using the create mod, because I like the way this mod works and looks and acts and all the above. 256 cranked. One of these guys. Have 7 now, thank goodness. Boom. And we need one more deal here, and then we should be rocking, I think. I just got to put the boiler back together, right? Fire up. I guess that's what it is, right? So that's what would happen if I didn't have these pumps here running at a constant rate. Yes? Got to move this too. Add more parts, pieces. What did I do over here? Got to keep it the same, right? And flood out my farm. Oh no, this side I was smart. Look, I put blocks there. I knew I was going to have a problem. All right, sweet. We go like this. Boom. You're overstressed. We get it. And boom. Now you're not. And then we do the same thing. Over here's already set up. We just got to add this guy in here. Can you go that way? Yes. Now what are you getting water-wise? Max. But you're not doing max here because... Imagine that. Imagine it goes that way. Let's just do this. Boom. All the way up. Over here, same thing. All the way up. And we need this guy. Boom. And I'm pretty sure now, finally, third video deep into the boiler, we got a system that's going to work. And I think I could play around with this design down here and make this look somewhat cool. On that note, thank you for watching the video. I'm tubing the sky, saying goodbye. I don't know how that just worked, but it did. Have fun and peace. How about like a little piece de resistance to cap off the video? Notice how that water comes from nowhere? It actually comes out of the boiler, right? Just like this. And this is the cooling system for the boiler. Except it doesn't do that. It goes down like this. Are you following me? And it doesn't do that either. I think you get where I'm going with this. Can I just get one there, please? Thank you. And how about one here, please? Thank you. But can you go that way? Yeah. Right? That makes sense in my mind. Thanks for watching.